Hi there, it's Hélène with another video. I just posted a video about my thoughts on the changes to the Sephora program. So if you are curious to take a look at what my thoughts are, I would encourage you to take a look at that video. I will put it in the cards up above for ease of reference. But this video, I want to offer some recommendations for the sale, with the caveat that I don't think that 20% off is a great sale. You can get a lot better from other retailers. I'll leave it at that and offer you a few things that tend to be available at Sephora that I think are a good value. Sephora has or is known for its Sephora favorites, and Sephora favorites are fantastic if you are new to a category of product or new to makeup, or you want to try a bunch of new things in a given category you already use. And there are a few notable ones this time around, and there are a couple in the skincare area. There's one in the kind of bronzer, highlighter, kind of summery products, and there's also the one I would have been most interested in, which is the Lash Stash Sephora favorites. It consists of 5 mascaras. 2 of them are really small samples. They're like 2 to 4 mil. The other ones are 5. So to me it's more like 4 samples, not 5, just because of the amount in 2 of them. But also a coupon for a full size of the deluxe mascara of your choice in those 5. And what is particularly alluring to me is there are a couple of them in there that are really fantastic. One of them is the Better Than Sex from Too Faced, the waterproof version. The regular one I don't think is all that good. The waterproof version, because that one does not flake. And then the other one, my absolute favorite, is the Monsieur Big from Lancôme. If I did not already have a dozen mascaras of sample and full size that I was trying to work through, I would have absolutely pounced on it. At $34 Canadian, it is an absolute steal. And so take a look at the other favorites. I won't talk about each one of those individually, but I think they are a tremendous value. And if you can get 20% off on top of that, then you're doing super well. Another couple of products I want to mention are products from Urban Decay. Right now, the Urban Decay Ultimate Basics is on for half off, and you can get another 20% off. I think it's a fantastic palette. As I lose my brush, I think it's a fantastic palette. It has cool neutrals and it has warm neutrals, and it's a size that is decent enough to take traveling, and it's also a size where the number of shadows are not overwhelming. 12 shadows that are all quite different from each other. I think this is a great value, and the fact that it is so cheap and you can get 20% off on top of that, I think that's great. Another one is the Naked palette. Now this one though, you can get at a better price, up to 33% off at Shoppers if you just pick the right day. This one has been officially discontinued by Urban Decay. It is the original gangster of the whole Naked line, and it looks like this inside. It has beautiful colors, and I highly recommend it. The shadows are very nice. And I have no complaints over this palette. I think it's a tremendous value, and at $33 less 20%, or up to $33 depending on where you buy it, I think that that is a tremendous, tremendous value. So I highly recommend those products from the Naked series. I also recommend the Urban Decay 24/7 liners, but I don't recommend them at 25 bucks each. There is right now, though, a trio available. I think they're calling it the threesome. It comes with Demolition, black one that I don't remember. I think it might be Perversion, and then one that is eggplant kind of a shimmery eggplant color. Those are three colors that tend to be flattering on most people, or the most versatile, the most used. A black and a brown, everybody needs, and then the purple is flattering on a lot of skin tones and eye colors. So I recommend that one. And that one is, okay, so the 3-pack is $39. So if you break it down, that's $13 per pencil. So more, it's like $12 off, so almost half off per 24/7 pencil. And if you get 20% off on top of that, you're really doing well. So it's almost like $10-ish, $11 per pencil before tax. So I think that that is a tremendous value to get during the sale. Another great value is Urban Decay lipsticks. The Vice liquid lipsticks are on sale right now in the sales section. And the sales section, I think I highly recommend looking in the sales section because the 20% gets applied on top of those amounts. And I really would like to recommend some of the liquid lipstick colors that I really like that are still available. And so I'm going to show you a few right now. Okay, so here are some of the colors that I have that are still available in the sales section. One that I don't have but that I have swatched and I liked was the color ZZ, but the reason I don't have it is because I had enough of the rosy colored liquid lipsticks. I mean, at one point you don't need them all. So, but I have swatched that one and I thought it was nice as well. Now, I'll go from favorite to least favorite, I think. So I really love 1993. I have it both in liquid lipstick and in bullet lipstick, and I think it is very flattering. I also really like Studded. If I want to have still relatively neutral look, but to have it be edgy, Studded is beautiful. The third one is Conspiracy, and Conspiracy is a mauve with a sparkle, and so as an evening color that's still not wild, I think that Conspiracy is gorgeous on the lip. And finally, the last one, if you want something really edgy, and I love wearing it, it just brings out the green in my eyes, it is Time. So they dry down pretty dark, just like most liquid lipsticks. They're not exactly what they look like in the tube. So what I'm going to do is give you a swatch of each so that you can see for yourself what the dry down color is in case you're interested. Okay, so here are the swatches. I have Studded up here, then Conspiracy, Time, and 1993. And I do tend to put 2 layers of it on. So I put one down, let it dry, and then put another. And that's where, to me, the second layer is when everything just punches nicely. And that's not typical only of Urban Decay liquid lips. I tend to do that with a lot of liquid lips. I don't find that usually just one swipe does the trick, especially when it's a tricky color. If it's more of a nude color, usually it is possible to do just one swipe. But if you really want to go for a bold color, especially if there's shimmer or whatnot, I don't find that they are opaque enough with one layer. But I don't think that's a big deal. And I decided as I was swatching those liquid lipsticks that I would also swatch the upcoming items. And let me go with a pencil that was in my Products That Scare Me video. That was kind of funny because I tried it on a couple of times since that video, and it's confirmed I really love it. And I've been on the lookout for a good yellow eyeshadow, and I don't see what the big deal is. I just need to use a pencil and go over it with whatever yellow eyeshadow I have, even if it's not a true bright yellow, because it just sets the pencil. But here is the yellow. It's really nice. There are only 2 options for this waterproof contour matte gel liner in the sales section. There is one that is terracotta, and then there is this one. Do not buy the terracotta option. It is dry, flaky, it's terrible, at least the one I had. This one is smooth, applies like a dream. You can definitely use it on your lid without feeling like it's going to tug like crazy. I highly recommend this pencil if you like bright, unusual colors. So it's $9 less 20%. So it's a decent price. It's like a drugstore price for a pencil. Next up, I have another lip product. This is a limited edition Smashbox Always On liquid lip from, like I said, a limited edition collection. The one I have, there are two kind of coppery bronzy colors, and then there's this one which is more of a mauve color. This one is called In Bloom, and it is the one that I would recommend the most because I think it would look good on the most amount of people, just because it's kind of a pinkish and not everybody can pull off a dark bronze or copper. So this is what it looks like here, and it's quite metallized, which is nice because we don't tend to have that many of kind of a metallized looking liquid lipstick, and I've worn it, I've had compliments, it's quite flattering, and I think that the packaging is quite beautiful. So that's it as far as lipsticks go. But as far as the lipsticks I can show you, but I do want to mention a few more coming up. But in the meantime, I want to show you a couple of brow products. The cheapest way to do your brows is not those little micro pencils, because they are actually on a gram per gram basis ridiculously expensive. You're paying for the packaging way, way, way more than the product. The product is just tiny. What I'm talking about is like the NYX Micro Brow, the Precisely My Brow from Benefit, and the Anastasia Brow Wiz. $20 to $25 for that is absolutely insane. Now, if you go for a pomade, that makes a whole lot more sense. However, the really, really cheap option is to use a powder and a wax. Well, in the Sephora sales section, there is a wax product that I think is highly underrated, and it is these Tint Brow Freeze from Sephora. They're the Sephora brand. The two that I have here are the light and medium. I also have the dark. I just don't have it out here with me. And I want to show you that they do have, so here are two of them right on my hand between the lipstick and the yellow pencil. And you can see that there's quite a bit of color. You can use them to just tame your brow by using just the wax. Just don't put too much. It can goop up pretty quick. Or you can use the wax, putting the wax in your brow first, and then going in with a brow powder. Now, a brow powder is nothing more than eyeshadow. So if you have a brown eyeshadow that relatively matches your brow, you can use the Brow Tint Freeze plus supplementing with one or two just eyeshadows into your brow and really lock in the brow color and shape that you've chosen to do. So today I have exactly that. I only have a wax product and basically a brow powder, which is the same as an eyeshadow, into the brows. I do also use a brow gel afterwards, but that is not a necessary step. I just have really long eyebrow hairs, always have since I was a kid, so I just like to make sure that they stay in place and don't move around. But that, to me, for $6 each, again 20% off, it is a real steal, and that wax lasts for a really long time. You can apply it right straight with the jumbo pencil, or you can use a brow brush to go into the wax and apply it with more precision. Okay, I have a bunch more to mention. I think that the Smashbox contour kit is really a great deal. It's $40, comes with a Smashbox contour brush. Let me show you the product. So mine's a bit beat up, but this is what I'm talking about. Obviously I own it. I think it's a good product. And I'll show you the inside for me, which is the I guess I'll call it light medium. They have two of them. So this is what the inside looks like. I like the product. It's not, you'll notice that this one's not very much used by me at this point because I have the same colors in the Shape Matters palette that comes with brow product these guys and some eyeshadow. So that's what I'm using right now, but they're the same. I like this product a great deal. So with the brush, it's $40 regular price. And with 20% off, it's a decent price. But if you are medium to dark, you can get this kit with the brush for $30, not $40, and 20% off. So if you happen to have that skin tone, you are in luck because you can get those great powders for a very reasonable price. A few other things in the sales section that I would pounce on if I didn't have a handful of them already is the Tarte matte lip paints. There's the matte lip paint and then the quick dry matte lip paint. There are a handful of darker colors available in those two finishes, and I think that they are a very decent price. I think they're $15, it's regular $25, and then $15 less 20% again. It's $12 lipstick, which is basically a 2-for-1 pricing. So I think that that is a very good value, and the Tarte lipsticks, liquid lips are in my opinion, pretty good. From the Sephora brand, I would argue that just about any lipstick, lip tint, or lip gloss that you can find in the sales section is worth the money and then some. So to get the sale price again with the 20% off, I haven't found a Sephora lipstick product that has been poor. If anything, they have been better than the high-end lines that are available. So unfortunately, I think we think sometimes of the Sephora brand like the generic brand, but it actually has a lot of good quality products, including moisturizers. I regularly buy body and face moisturizers from the Sephora line because it is good value and the products are just fine. They work well. I've gone through 4 tubs, and they are tubs. They're huge. 4 tubs of the watermelon body butter, and it's fantastic. I've bought recently the coconut face cream, and there's also the green tea version, and I think a rose version. And that whole line, I really enjoy the products and have purchased a lot of different ones from the sales section. And finally, I'm just going to mention that there are a couple of lightening liners from Kat Von D in the sales section. They're regular $25, they're on for $15, so with the discount you get them for half price. There is a forest green and there is a jet black with silver sparkle. If you like the liners from, say, Urban Decay, for example, I think that you will like those Kat Von D liners if you don't object to buying some of her products. As well in there's the Divine, the I Am Divine palette as well for half off. So I thought I would mention those products just because I think that the sales section is overlooked during a 20% off event because people want to go to the full price item and get the 20% off. I don't think 20% off is enough to justify buying something that you wouldn't otherwise buy unless it's been on your wish list for a long time and that you don't foresee any way, shape, or form that product could go better than 20% off. I will say that if you are buying something like Smashbox, NARS, Urban Decay, Clinique, Lancôme, Estée Lauder, and I'm sure I'm missing some, I recommend looking up the Shoppers Drug Mart pricing and offers because they very often have $25 off a $75 purchase. That's 33% off your purchase for the same exact items that are on sale from those brands at Sephora for 20% off. So 20% off, not always what it seems. Still, lots of good deals that I've mentioned. I stand by the products that I have recommended. I think that they are very good. And I will say, if you are going to indulge responsibly. But I hope you find the products that you are hoping for, and I look forward to hearing from you what you have purchased, why, and what you maybe even passed on. I would love to hear. So thank you for watching this video. I hope the recommendations were useful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.